Yeah. Another week, another banger.
That's what I'm talking about. This shit means something to me, man.
So we started the episode with everyone grinding in the dungeon. Then this chick gets jumped by the penguins from Madagascar. Like, what are you doing here, bro? This is not smiling and waving. When Will sees this, and is already on lightskin timing. Like, you did not have to hit a 360 before pulling up. He cleans his guys up pretty low difficulty if I'm being honest. And look at his pose, bruh. Niggas really act up when they know girls are watching. While Shawty's geeking out about Will saving her, the cat smells something a little fishy-eyed. Shawty pops a UAV, she's not picking up anything. She doesn't know the monster already popped the counter UAV. So they see this cave, and obviously they're finna go in. Like, why wouldn't you go inside the ominous looking cave? Like, this thing looks like a little Elden Ring boss cave. So they go inside, and there's nothing in there. For a second there, I thought Shawty might be right when she said there's nothing inside. And this gigantic ice monster pulls up out of nowhere. This thing starts hitting them with zeros like, this is not Bleach, buddy. And Will rushes this thing. He dodges the zero, and he gets behind the monster. You'd think this thing would just turn around, right? Nah, this nigga's built like no Nick J. Built like Michael Keaton's Batman, bruh. Speaking of Batman, this man Will throws this grapple contraption over the monster, hooking onto it. And he starts wrapping this rope all over this monster. Like, how long is it?
Pause.
Bro got this thing looking like Nico from Lock and Key. If you know, then you know. The monster goes for one last AoE attack, but it's already too late, buddy. You're done. Will lights the rope up like a stick of dynamite. And boom! Like, damn, this dude doesn't even need a sword to fight. Some time passes and everyone's taking their spellcasting exams. Theon's cooking with his flame magic, and Colette's doing the whole earth bending thing. They pass, and Will? This man Will is something else. Hey, you see this man's finna punch the golem? Hey, Will, what happened to your wand? Cast the spell, nigga. Cast the spell? He knows damn well I can't use magic. And we get introduced to the rest of the cast. We got Wignell teaching the golems Benjutsu, Liana eating Kirins, Julius. I don't have anything to say about this nigga aside from how much I hate him. Just look at him. Thinks he's all that. Sniffing a frozen rose like you know it has no scent, nigga. Anyway, Will's chilling at his job when this nigga Julius pulls up. What the fuck is this? This isn't McDonald's. Wait, is that? Ain't no way. Is that Bum? I know you worked at a shithouse, nigga. Ugh, shithouse. Say that again, sonny. Better sit your ass down, geezer, before I make you. Hey, yo, sit down. It's one of those young niggas they be talking about in the paper. Now, let's make dinner, goofies. Beans? They brought us beans. Nigga, do we look white to you? Where's the chicken at? Don't be hating on some beans when you know you be eating boiled chicken, nigga. Don't you like these beans so much? Why don't you have some? And he kicks the plate of beans at bro. But Will isn't gonna let that slide. This man grabs both of his boys by the collar and slams their heads through the table. Bro's dishing out more brain damage than Batman. But Julius isn't all talk. This man froze the entire tavern and he has Will posted up on the wall. Just so we can tell him that he wants him to end the magic festival. So we can humiliate him in front of the entire academy. This nigga is disrespectful. How is the day of the magic festival? And Will's teaming up with Colette and Sion, where they'll be participating in a battle royale race. The first team to grab the crown at the center of the stadium wins. Damn, they're really playing Fall Guys for real. The race starts and they're already getting jumped by an army of golems, 40 deep. But this is where Will really shows us why it's him. He rushes the golems, and I know what you're thinking. Where's bro's sword? This man leaps into the air, and Colette manifests a magic gauntlet, and he dishes out the meanest right hook. He cleans him up pretty low difficulty. And then he meets up with these traps, spamming rocks at them. So this man becomes tossed from the last airbender. He Hulk smashes the ground, and he spawns in a rock wall. Colette spawns in like 20 swords, and this man starts chucking those shits like spears. Keep in mind, this is a team battle, and this nigga's doing all of this solo. And it's nice to see what Will's capable of when he's actually locked in. They make it to the forest, when Julius finally makes his appearance. And when watching this, I thought finally we're finna see the fight they've been hyping up for the past 2 episodes. And we get grief by Sion. This man finally snaps. He's sick and tired of a man with no magic carrying him and saving him. And Sion's on timing, like this man's been fiending for this fight for a minute.
We don't have to do this, Sion! There's a much better place and time! Grab your sword, laggard, and be quick about it.
Sion conjures up a flaming falcon and he sends it at Will. Will cuts off its wing, but it regenerates, hitting Will with a cartoon kabushi no jutsu. Will parries that junk, and then we find out that the only reason Sion wanted to fight was because he saw Will as a rival, and he's always helped Will, even when they were younger, but Will never paid him any attention. So now that Will understands that Sion sees him as a rival, he's ready to get serious. But just as things are starting to get mighty fine, Colette spawns in a giant cinder block, stopping the fight. And I know what you're thinking. Where's that nigga Julius? Turns out, bro's built like Naruto. He was sending shadow clones to every squad to slow them down, while the real Julius casually strolls his way to the finish line. Well, hears this, and he speed blitzes through the stadium. And this man needs to be studied, because there's no way this man keeps doing this. How do you make entrances like this with maximum efficiency every time?
That's well surfboard.
They lock eyes, and these boys don't waste any time. Julius kicks us off with a smoke screen, using it to conceal his actual attacks, but Will dodges most of them. The craziest part about this whole fight so far is that Will did all that running, and this nigga hasn't even moved a single step. Julius spawns in some shadow clones, and he starts walking down Will. And I don't know if dude is still disorientated from his fight with Sion, or if he just has 0 IQ, because this dude isn't moving. You do realize you're getting jumped, my guy, so lock in, cause you're selling. And this man says the most disrespectful thing possible.
Just you wait, laggard. One day I'll expose her to the world for the fraud she is.
Will took that personally because he rushed in there, but it's already too late. They pieced this man up like he was playing Fortnite, and then they hit this man with a planetary devastation.
Thanks, Julius. Really. That spell really helped me cool off before I beat you.
What? This man is him. Then he flanks Julius's 2 NPCs and knocks him out, causing the ice clones to shatter because he was using their mana to cast the spell because it's so advanced, right? Exposing this man as the fraud that he is in front of the entire academy. And this man still thinks he's him just because he's able to cast the spell without those goofies that this nigga does not understand. So Julius wages his final attack on Will. He spawns in 8 shadow clones, and Will is so disrespectful because this man is 8 man deep and he still has the audacity to say this.
Sorry, Julius, but here's the thing. I was tormented by 10 elfies at a time when I was younger.
Then Julius full sends his attack at Will, but this man is making quick work of these shadow clones. But the best part about this whole fight was seeing this man Julius run for his life, because you know these mages can't run. They be looking like Luffy after using Gear 5. And look at him, he knows his cook. You know you cannot run, Will. And then Will delivers the meanest right to this man's jaw. And you know that shit hurts when they replay it 3 times in 3 different angles. Look at bro's face. So now that Julius has been humbled, Will's finally made it to the end of the race. He can finally pick up that crown, right? Right?
Dear me. Huh. Do you not understand how this game works? Since you two were preoccupied with your duel, we helped ourselves to this.
And now that the Magic Festival is over, and everyone got a chance to see what Will can actually do, they want him to join their team for the praxis exam, right? But Colette's not having any of it, because she low-key messes with Will, right? So in the spur of the moment, she tells everyone to butt off because she's going on a date with Will, just for it to get gate crashed by Will's femboy twink roommate. And I can't lie, they do have an interesting relationship. Anyway, Will steps out for a bit and Yana pulls up out of nowhere in the alley, telling Will to come with her, okay? They get to this door and she brings bro to a tea party with the ops. They have their little squabble until they all agree to team up for the praxis exam. So the praxis exam begins and they speed blitzing through every obstacle they come to face with. Only thing is, old squad was just cooking all the monsters so quick that he didn't have the opportunity to show his skills. Did I be when you be the teammate who gets carried every single game? So they get to the 10th floor just to find out that the boss they were trying to kill had already been dealt with before they got there. They all pop their UAVs, but these niggas don't learn. The stronger the monster, the higher chance they have of having a counter UAV. Will uses the danger sense, and this legendary Pokemon is posted flying above them. He hits them with a Zero. Will tries to block it, but this thing is rapid. He gets behind Wignall and socks him. Then it does a Hulk smash, destroying the floor, sending everyone into the 11th floor. So now they're separated, and it's not just looking bad for them, the entire dungeon is cooked. We got high-level monsters stampeding to the lower levels, and we have countless students getting slaughtered. While all this is happening, we got... Hello? Why haven't you been getting screen time? Anyway, while all this is happening, Will and Wignall get jumped by a bunch of bajis from Wukong. Wignall knocks one, and Will's 2-man deep cooking these fools. But bro clearly doesn't know how the dungeon works. If you haven't killed the op, job's not finished. So the piglet he knocked from earlier comes back, and this man's using illusion magic to buy himself some time. Thing is, the piglets don't have eyes, so well done. You try to trick a blind man into seeing nothing. It was lucky Will was there. Or he would have been pig food real quick. And they give us Wignall's backstory, and apparently elves can cast illusion magic, but they're able to manifest it into a physical form or something like that. So if Wignall casts another firewall like he did earlier, instead of the pig being able to walk through it, it would actually burn him. But bro's a fraud, so his illusion magic is fake. Then this giant egg cocoon thing comes out of nowhere. It looks like it's straight out of Alien. It pulls up and it spawns in these flame elemental monsters. And it turns out their only weakness is elf illusion magic. So this nigga Wignall needs to lock the fuck in, or they're both gonna be looking like the main course at the family function. Will cooks up a diversion, while this man Wignall breaks them in shackles. And just when it's looking like they're not gonna make it, bro awakens his Hashirama cells and hits these niggas with a mean wood style. And then they end the fight off with a little dap, because apparently in elf culture, they only touch people they acknowledge. The Will's in there. Pause. Meanwhile, Fire and Ice are crashing out in the monsters, while Colette and Liana are laying a trail for Will to track them. When they come across this guy who they thought was their professor, when this man crushes his head and turns into Kurogiri from My Hero, he sends an attack towards the girls, but Will and the gang pull up just in time. But this is literally Kurogiri, because this man spawns in the same legendary Pokemon from earlier to deal with these kids. They try to fight back, but soon discover that they outmatched, so they escape so they can come up with a plan to either kill the dragon or make it out of the dungeon. And it's looking rough. This thing is moving like that one alpha in How to Train Your Dragon. He's got all these monsters in the dungeon obeying his every will. At the same time, everyone's starting to lose all hope.
We're exhausted, battered, with no apparent hope of escape. The despair will smother our spirits if we don't act. What do we do?
I'm type nigga, I stand on business first, bro. I'm the type of nigga stand on business, nigga. One man arm and get 50, nigga. What you wanna do that? I stand on business, nigga. What you do?
They all agree to let Will lead them, and they get straight to boxing. Will teaches Julius how to cast longer spells by using the ice clones to continuously cast even after being shattered, and everyone starts casting their low-level magic spells to distract the dragon. So everything's riding on Julius casting his spells so that they can cut off this thing's wings. Only thing is, the wings are impenetrable. Julius sends out his final attack, and it didn't even lay a single scratch on it. Man, if I was there, I would have packed it up. And look at this thing. This thing's smiling. It's enjoying this shit. But that was all a distraction so that Liana could hit this thing with the meanest Chidori we've ever seen. Bro, she's running in there at lightning speed just for it to get blocked by a barrier. This monster literally said, your plot armor does not apply to me. Sends out these magic blasts, and Will manages to get Liana out of there. But it ends up hitting and destroying his goggles. And this man turned into a complete different person. This is how it be when the niggas who vape loses their vape. Iron isn't having any of it. He knocks the sense back in the wall, and bro is back in the game. He rushes the dragon spams I don't even know how many zeros at him, and he uses his sword to launch himself into the air. Colette sees this, and she's on timing. She spawns a brand new butter knife for him. Bro comes crashing down, and he actually manages to cut off its wing. Ion comes in thinking he's both like that, but you're not the main character, buddy. Sit down. Let him cook. He hits the dragon with a fireball jutsu just to get bodied. Will gets hit with a flashback and he starts running. He tells Sion to combine his flame magic with his sword, and Sion sends in one last fireball. He absorbs Sion's magic into his sword and says these legendary words.
Okay, I understand it now.
And I'm not gonna lie to you, you already know what's about to happen. You don't understand how geeked out I was when I saw this scene. This man starts gracefully dodging the Zeros. Bro looks like he's flying. Then the dragon hits it with a unibeam, but it's already too late. This man hits him with a Getsuga Tensho. Cutting it in half, saving everyone. This man is him.